Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Claudia if you're new here, and welcome to another edition of Wine, Women, and Words. In this series, I drink wine and talk about the wonderfully welled words of dynamic women. So let's get this started. I am so excited. I'm so excited I had to stand up in the beginning because I'm trying to give you that Patricia, that Britpop princess vibe. That is my Patricia Bright. I love her. So let's get the wine going. This is my Arbor Mist Merlot Blackberry. Okay, and this is a little bit to start it off on this lovely afternoon. Oh, that is so chilled and fresh. They tell me you've got to roll it around on your tongue just to get the full flavor of it before you imbibe it totally. And it smells delicious. Guys, I have thoroughly enjoyed this book and learned so much, not only about how dynamic Patricia Bright is as a Brit sister across the pond, telling us how she does and did and does what she does on YouTube, telling us her history, telling us about her early beginnings up through the present day. This book is marvelous. Not only does it do that for us, but it tells us how to stand taller and reach higher when you even think that you might have lack or limitation or some other vibe that says you shouldn't be dynamically who you are. Patricia's book fills all the colors and spots and connects the dots, and she gives you the backbone, the steel, the wherewithal to remember who you really are and set about a plan to get busy working on whatever you want to do in this life. Don't waste a moment. I am so elated that I found this book, that I read it, and literally just took my time taking everything in. I took notes on Patricia's book. I have several pages of my reading notebook filled with moments that I'm going to read again and again to make sure I have what she's sharing in this book. Heart and hustle. Use your passion, build your brand, achieve your dreams. Patricia girl, you have done it. And little Grace is on the back, her firstborn daughter. You know, they have another daughter now. Oh my goodness, I love it. I love it. And she's on the cover of Glamour here. Glamour said Patricia Bright is killing it right now. Guys, if you have not picked up this book, I don't care how you pick it up from your local library, pick it up from Amazon, get it from wherever you can get it, but read this book. If you are a YouTuber who is looking to build your brand and your platform, not only on YouTube, but Instagram, Twitter, and other places, more so on Instagram and YouTube, Patricia Bright is one of the heads you can look to who's been, let's say an OG. She's an OG diva who has dominated those two platforms for a long time. And she has a following of topping 3 million and climbing every day. I am so proud proud of her. I had to get this book. A sister, oh my gosh, in this book, I love the relatability that Patricia Bright shares with us. How to go about doing things. And what do you know about yourself that gives you the impetus to be who you want to be in the world? I love that she starts with her mother and her background, as far as her mother having to work so hard to get what she wants and how it paid off, how her father had to be taken back to Nigeria because he didn't have his paperwork in order to stay in Great Britain, how all of that played a part in her seeing her mother methodically doing what she had to do, cleaning trains, cleaning offices, studying to become a nurse, delving into real estate and becoming a giant in that area. I loved all of it because it showed how Patricia is standing on her work ethic today. It showed how much she believes in being able to use your passions to generate the wealth that you need and having the wealth mindset to walk out on what you plan to do. Patricia said she had to be still early. She knew that she did not have the mindset for dating here, there, everywhere, having dinner over here. No, Patricia was not that kind of girl. She locked down with Mike and started her family, started building their home and household early because she knew what kind of girl she was. She knew what type of young woman she was and what she needed to catapult herself on. And I think on that springboard, and I think that's important. That's essential to know about yourself so that you can make that beeline to your passions and your success and your thriving sooner. I love that she and Mike started out on their own and then they came back in to live with her parents because they said, okay, we need to save for what we want to do. We need to build. I love Patricia's work ethic, period, when she went as a city girl and got her a job in the financial industry and came out of that because she was giving the 80-20 rule in her life. She was living the 80-20 rule. She was giving 80% of her time to that city girl grind. She's on time. She's working from early in the morning to midnight. And that was taking its toll on her marriage and herself. But 20% of her time, she used it on the weekend to build and focus her YouTube career. And that 80-20, that 20% paid off. So whatever you're doing, sit down, think about it, know where you want to go, see it, and then start working towards it. Start walking towards it one step at a time, because we all know the 1,000-mile walk starts with that one step at a time. Drinking this for you, Patricia girl, for you. I really enjoyed that Patricia set down a plan for you to look at. She gave you a time trainer, like they call in England trainers or sneakers. She has that you can train yourself. She has a philosophy where you can train yourself with time. You can say, okay, from 1 to 2, I will get ready to film this video. From 2 to 3, 3 to 4, from 2 to 4, I will film the video. From 4 to 5, I'll edit. And it crunches your goals and lets you know how important every hour of the day is in working towards what you've got to do. Or else, what will you do? You know what we'll do. We'll be like, okay, I'm going to sit down and watch Netflix. Oh, I'm going to watch one movie and get up. honey, you know, like I know, you're going to say, oh, that was good. And Netflix is going to suggest some more movies of the sort, romances, whatever you're watching. And you might watch another 2 or 3. And before you know it, the day is over. You have got to focus yourself, and I love that she does that. And I will be sharing with you what she does with her course, her full course online to be a YouTuber of might and power later, because I'm still working on completing that. That's right, because I'm a writer and that takes time as well. But I promised you that. I'm going to share with you what that program has meant to me. But in this book, I love that she makes you sit down with your goals and think about who you are. Write things down. Think about your plan. Also important, things that we know that other people have said, but it is so great to have someone you admire and respect say those things to you, so that if you haven't started doing them, you can start doing them right now. What are your whys for whatever you want to do in this life? Write your whys down, and once you know your whys, WHYS's, once you know your whys, you can then walk forward with a more determined attitude towards what you're going to do, and you understand yourself much, much better. I love that Patricia talks about how she overcame certain odds, even from in the very beginning, girls at school being jealous of her and pushing her and shoving her in the hallway. And she's like, nope. She always stood up for herself because she was from a home where her parents loved her. There was so much love and support in the family. I loved, like I told you, her work ethic. She learned how to do hair. She loved hair. She did it. And when she went to uni, she was taking those skills that she loved and making money at those on the side. So there's the hair. There's the makeup. She did other people's makeup. I didn't know that. I learned so many things about her. I learned how industrious she is. Now, I know you can say, well, Claudia, you could have learned that just being on her channel. Yes, I am on her channels, all 3 of her channels. Thank you. I am on her vlog channel, the Britpop Princess. I am on her Patricia Bright channel. I love the way that she has several Patricia Bright channels and then abandoned them to work on the one she has now. The plan behind the rationale behind that is quite good. I love the Break channel, where she tells us about different people making it happen in whatever industries that they're in. So yes, I am on her channels, but I think it's a very different thing when you can sit down with her book. You feel so intimate with her. You're like, okay, girl, she could be right in the room with you right there. So, okay, Patricia, let's see. What did you say about that other chapter? A career versus going it alone. Making my voice heard. Let me tell you, it is so important to have something in words with you. It's another aspect of that person, because now you can make notes. You can take notes from it, take it in a little bit deeper. And whatever you write down, you can manifest. Like yesterday, I wrote everything I wanted to do down, and I was trying to remember what Patricia said. Don't write too many to overwhelm yourself, because honey, I know how to overwhelm myself with 3,000 goals. But everything I threw in the trash over here at the end of yesterday, everything I manifested with the power. Thank you, Spirit. And I completed my goals. Yes, but I love this part here about a career versus going it alone, making my voice heard. Patricia's like, whatever you're doing, you got to make sure you own up to your voice and speak up and learn and take in and question. Don't just sit like a bump on the log so nobody knows that you are in the room. Get up, speak up, and let people know who you are. After all, she didn't get her internship just being one of 4,000 people going for the internship, and they checked her off. British from Nigeria, Nigerian descent in Britain, up, throw her out. Black woman, throw her out. Anything, didn't take this course, throw her out. Didn't pass this particular, throw her out. No, Patricia was like, show up, speak up, strive, try, and do your best. Ask questions. Seek people who can help you. There is so much to be learned here. And I even heard someone say, I don't know if I heard it, but I didn't hear it, I read it. Someone was like, the book is okay. Oh no, I think it was on Amazon. Said the book is okay, but what you can glean from it, you can get from her channel. That is someone else's opinion, and that's all well and good. However, the book is more than okay, in my humble opinion, and I read quite a few books. The book is a very accessible compendium of encouragement and knowledge and motivation. And that is always worthy. Patricia Bright's book, Heart and Hustle, shows her heart and everything that she has done. It shows her hustle, because Patricia's like, listen, if you have a hustle that you really, really love, and you give it the 20% of the 80% because you got to have that bread to eat every day while you work on your hustle. Hustle, man, girl. Hustle, hustle. Hustle. But then know that that hustle can one day, if you keep giving it your all, become hustle. Because that's what happened to Patricia. And then it segues into other areas that you can thrive from, like the hair business, her Y hair, and like her clothing line. I am so proud of her. Now, let me take a sip here. Patricia Bright is not in her 40s. I'm thinking Patricia, I love you, Patricia, is somewhere in her 30s. I just don't, she may be 27, 29, I don't know. But I think she's anywhere between her latter 20s and early 30s. Why do I say that? Because I'm 63. And Patricia's saying, she said some women in their 60s follow her. Yes, girl, we do follow you in our 60s. Why? Because you are worthy. Why? Because we can learn from you. And we are also on this platform starting out, trying to get it together, trying to keep motivation to keep these videos coming, trying to learn from you about putting our videos on schedule, and going in with consistency and dedication to work it out and make it happen. Even if we do it on 2 or 3 days of the week, we can learn from you. Even in our 60s. Age, as Lydia told us years ago, ain't nothing but a number, baby. Age ain't nothing but a number. And for whatever you want to do, get busy doing it today. Because you are working, succeeding, and thriving when you decide that you can erase and dispel certain limitations that hold you back, seemingly, like age, like color, like height, like weight, like thoughts and beliefs, whatever. Nothing holds you back but yourself, because you can be your own worst enemy. Patricia tells us, hey, stand up, show up, claim your style, own who you are, love who you are, make a plan, and walk towards it. I love her. When her body changed, because she had her baby, she had gorgeous little Grace. she and Mike were blessed with grace, Patricia was like, I'm transparent, baby. This body has changed, and it's not as firm and tight. It's a little soft and perhaps a little soggy. That's okay. I had plastic surgery. Whatever. A girl does what she wants to do, not what you think she shouldn't do. I love all of that about Patricia, baby. I love all of that. I love her little sayings like, oops, the nips are out. Well, mind you, I covered mine with Lydia Dinga's idea of the plastic over the areola and the nipple and putting that tape over it. Ooh, it works wonders. Thank you, Lydia Dinga. I love you too, girl. But Patricia, my Patricia Bright, is awesome. Kudos to your mom, Patricia. Kudos to your dad, your academic dad. Love the way you discussed your family. Love Maureen, little sister, who is your champion, always there with you. I love you, Patricia Bright, and I'm so glad you showed up on the scene and did what you had to do to become who you are now, to be a role model for sisters like me and others, and sisters of all colors and complexions and orientations. Thank you, Patricia Bright. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. And building your brand. I've got to say, Patricia says you should build your brand, and it's no reason why you really shouldn't build it online. But whatever you're doing, you could get a bigger audience if you share things about yourself and your business that you want other people to know about you. I'm in alignment with that, no matter what it is. If you have a lawn care business, if your lawn care business is known to more people than just the people in your neighborhood, there you go. You could travel. You could branch out, have another business somewhere else if the business is good in that little area near you. The possibilities are limitless. And this is what I think Patricia's book does. It opens your mind to creating your wealth. Patricia's like, baby, don't let somebody else be in charge of your money. Watch your money every week, every month. When you give other people the responsibility of watching your finances, you know what can happen. They can watch it right on out of your account, and you'll be like, oh, I didn't know I lost that much. Watch your own. Be responsible. Watch your own business. Know what's happening. Don't just leave it there and abandon it. As far as emotional abandonment, that is a reality. Your personal responsibility for yourself is also an act of abandonment when you either turn your head away, put your head in the sand, or let somebody else take over that act. No, Patricia's like, create that wealth and watch it grow, baby. I just love her. I could stand here all afternoon and tell you why I liked and loved this book, but you've got to get it for yourself and know a little bit more about one of our shining stars and how she did it. And this is what I absolutely adore. She's not just saying, hey, look at me, I'm Patricia Bright, I did it, hooty hoo. No, Patricia Bright is saying, if I did it, you can too, and let me show you how. And she's been constantly showing up and showing us how. In the writing of this book, on her channels, in her online course, The Break, Patricia Bright is the real deal. So thank you if you made it this far in this video. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. If you have not subscribed, I would love to have you on this channel. What are you waiting for? Let's do it. Let's do it. Yes, we can do it together. Can't do it without you, boo. Cannot do it without you. So go on, click that subscribe button, share this video, and leave me a comment down below. What do you think about Patricia Bright? Do you love her as much as I do, and why? I would love to know. All right, guys. Thank you. Wishing you all the best of everything and your heart's desire. Mwah. Besitos y abracitos a todo el mundo. Little kisses and hugs to everyone. And I must say, I love this top. This is going to be my Patricia Bright top. I might be a grandma with 2 grandbabies, as Patricia will say sometimes. I don't want to look like a grandma. But the image of a grandma is changing, Patricia, baby. All grandmas don't look a certain way. Some grandmas look like this. Okay, hi, grandbabies. Yes, let's do it. Let's do it. I do want to shout out my girlfriend who gave me this top years ago, and I just never, well, not quite years ago, a few years ago. I just never wore it, but I love this top. Is this not the cutest? Let's see. I have it on with a pair of stretch pants, black stretch pants with these shoes. But it's so cute. I thought this would well represent my bright moment.